got our dear friend Leland in the house. We're here connecting with the Happy Jack Yoga Tribe, with the Yoga Boss Business Tribe for our weekly free training session. And I'm excited for this one. Leland and I have been chatting a bit before we went live. And if you've been with us, so we did the Profit Playbook 2 weeks ago, which is like the foundation for your yoga business. And then we did goals last week. And now we move into our third element. Let's hand it over to the man. Leland, great to see you.
Jack, hello, everybody. So, if you're with the Happy Jack Yoga Tribe, awesome. If you're with the YBB, welcome as well. So let's jump into it. We'll start sharing the screen. So last week we started, or the first week, excuse me, we started with the Profit Playbook. So if you guys did this, there should be a link in the description wherever you're watching this. If you want these documents, you just got to enter your email. We'll give them all to you and we'll walk you through the training. But the first week we did the Profit Playbook. So what's your core transformation? And then most profitable keywords, your proximity partners, your pain points, and then what products can you sell at different price points? The next week we did your 1-year vision and your 90-day goals. What are your resources? What roles are involved? What motivates you, your whys, and then we brainstormed a bunch of potential action items. And so now that we have all those action items, Jack, what we're going to do is we're going to put those into immediate results, monthly results, and annual results. So we want to look at things that we can do today that will get us results today, immediate, things that will get us action items that we can do today that will get us results monthly, and then again, action items that we can do today that will get us results annually. So that's kind of the intro to this document. Jack, how do we do? Are we doing good?
That's perfect. Yeah, I'm excited. It's see how it all builds together, right? Like first you're essentially setting the foundation with the Profit Playbook, and then we build like the higher level vision, 90-day goals, and now we get to drill down and talk about how we're actually gonna, the strategies to achieve those goals.
Yeah, and so the mindset that I like people to have for this is you want to put your 90-day goals, whatever they are, right at the top, right? And so that's always that's your compass. So everything that you do, everything that's on this sheet should be around achieving that specific 90-day goal. So in this example, we had Jason. He wanted to get 35 people in his membership, right? So immediate results, the first goal that he wants is something that can make him one sale, right? So all the action items around the immediate results are something to get you one sale today. And so the way that we teach that is, there's lots of ways we teach that, but one of the easy ways to get started is a process called organic attraction. And so let's jump over. We'll just stop the screen share. We'll go this way. And so one of the things with organic attraction is, we have social media now. You have a Facebook profile. You have a LinkedIn profile. I know Jack's team just did a LinkedIn training recently. You can have a YouTube channel. If you can make your social medias attractive for clients, then you can actually go and get clients every day by just entering groups and adding value and answering questions. So one of the things that people can do is really, we call it weaponize, but for action items that you can do today, you can start weaponizing your social media profiles. So what that looks like is having an attractive banner, a most profitable click, right? And a really compelling offer. So when people see you on social media, whatever it's, if it's on your, whatever social media account it's on, they know what your offer is, they know what you're about, and they know how to get in contact with you to take advantage of your services. Now, once that's set up, right, the cool thing about this process is that you have your proximity partners, right? So if you did this, if you're with us the whole way, you did all your proximity partners up here. And so your proximity partners, part of that's going to be Facebook groups and pages. So today, if you want to start making sales to build your membership to achieve your 90-day goals, your action items might be optimize all your social media profiles so people know what your offer is, and then go join Facebook groups, right? Go find 5 Facebook groups to join, follow 5 Facebook pages, find 5 YouTube channels, follow all of them, and then strategically what your actions are to go answer questions and add value. Right. So, and you can do that every single day, and you can build a very profitable business, literally going out and grabbing clients one by one. And you're grabbing them by saying they're having a problem on a social media, a fishing hole, right? A group or a YouTube page, and you're answering it for them. And then from there you say, hey, let's, send me a message if you want to chat more. And then when you chat more, you can sell them your product or service. But for people who can make sales today, you want to have a system. And so one of the systems that we talk about is organic attraction. Jack, am I going too fast? Is that good?
No, it's great. I just wanted to add on that organic attraction. It's powerful. And what we've enjoyed about it, like often nowadays we're looking for instant gratification. And I remember when we first started doing this, right? We put these call to action links at the end of YouTube videos or on our Facebook profile. And you don't necessarily see like a sale right away. And so you might think like, oh, it's not working. Like, okay, sure, we got some emails, but nobody bought anything. But then what's really cool is when 3 months or 5 months down the road and somebody does end up signing for your membership, whatever it is that you have, and you can look back and be like, whoa, that is so cool. They opted in for, this 5-day challenge or this YouTube video or this whatever place. And yes, maybe they didn't buy right away, but now because they've got on your email list and you've been educating and adding value, and then the time comes and they're ready to buy. So I just wanted to point out, it's not necessarily like you do this and, it's like a flash sales through the roof, but you're building your email list and then you get to nurture them until they're ready to jump on board.
Yep, exactly. It's all about momentum, right? You want to go out there and you also want, and so the way it works for the client, just so people can get in the client's mind, right, is the client's in a Facebook group and has a real problem and they ask a question and then you hop in and you provide them a solution. Well, usually what happens is that they'll go click on your Facebook profile and then they'll go see your banner. And if you have a good optimized, weaponized banner, then people can say, oh, this person helps with prenatal yoga. Or in Jack's case, this person helps me get all my yoga certifications online, right? Click here to sign up. And then they can literally join your email list. And through the process of just helping people, literally just helping people, you can get people that come in and join your email list and develop their reputation as somebody who just adds value, which is really, as an entrepreneur, if you fail to add value, you're going to fail. Like that's really the name of the game, is just adding value. So organic attraction and all of the things you can do to get sales today, it's all about adding value, right? No gimmicks, right?
That's awesome, man. I love it.
Cool. Let's jump over to, so for those listening, if you're going to optimize, your social medias, a checklist, right? You can go to Canva. You can check out Happy Jack Yoga. They've got a good banner up front. Leah Bolkin, one of the trainers, has a great optimized profile. You can look at her. But
yeah,
you want to optimize your social media profiles. And if you don't already have one, you want to get a most profitable click, right? And that's going to look different for every business that's online. For you, it might be schedule a call with me. It might be click here to send me a direct message. For Jack, it might be join my 7-day challenge, join my free email list, or, lots of different options. But you want to have one most profitable click, and then you want to make it really available on your social media profiles, whatever they are. So, but that's for immediate results. So you guys can all do that today. Join Facebook groups, join communities that you can serve with your expertise, right? All right, let's jump down. So again, this is designed to be action items that you can take today, but the results aren't going to show for like a month, right? It's a little bit longer results. And so in this circle, I like to put 10 sales. So up here, you're trying to get one sale at a time, right? You're going out, you're talking to one person, you're making one sale at a time. This is, for beginners, a good way to think about it is 10 sales. So it's a little bit longer of a runway, right? But you can get a little bit more of a reward, right? And sort of what, to Jack's point earlier, a lot of people are going to join your email list through this process. Not all of them are going to buy, but they might buy later. The name of the game, again, is just growing that email list. The longer, bigger your email list is, the easier it is to be successful. So monthly action items. So the best thing to do is not the best thing. You always want to be running a free challenge, a free giveaway, or a free training, depending on what your business is. But for monthly results, so for yoga, for fitness, a lot of times we'll run a 5-day, a 7-day fitness challenge, because that allows people to test your offer, right? To get a good sense of what value you bring to them. And then at the end, after they know, like, trust you and value you, you can make them an offer to buy your product or your membership. So, but the reason that that's a monthly goal is because you want to do a countdown. We call it the CCC method, right? Where you do a countdown and then you do a challenge and then you close out, like a closeout sale, right? And that's just the principles. You can do that a million different ways. It doesn't need to be a 5-day challenge or a 7-day challenge, but you need the process of counting down, building hype, right? Getting people excited, joining your email list, delivering value, and then closing out a sale at the end, right?
Yeah.
And then, so Jack, I know you're probably as close to an expert in this as anybody, because you've done this so many times. So when you think about running like free 5-day challenges, what's your focus? And then what can other people think about? Like the first time you do it's a little bit rocky. So people who have never done it, what advice can you give them, to get some good momentum?
I'd say again, I want to put in the patience, and because it's the reality is it works, and it's a cool way to add value to your community. And you might not see the result immediately though, right? But this is your way of coming back to the profit playbook, thinking about what is the problem that we can solve? What is the magic pill that we have? How can we help our community? And then build out a 5-day challenge, which, as part of our program here, we explain exactly how to do that. And then and the cool thing is you can go and reuse it anytime. It exists on YouTube, so people could just organically find it, and you can go and run it again. In fact, if you were to open up Happy Jack Yoga Instagram right now, it's saying, hey, it's driving people towards a meditation challenge, which Hun actually created like 8 months ago, but it was a really good one, and people really enjoyed it, and people joined the membership. So it's one of those things, once it exists, it's out there organically all the time, and you can rerun it anytime. But I guess I say patience just because when we're just getting started, it takes some work, right? It's gonna, finding the right photos and scheduling out the posts and all of this stuff. But eventually, when we start getting things automated, that's when the magic happens.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I would say that it's gonna be rocky the first time. It's gonna be rocky and it'll get smoother as you go. But for beginners, I think the one thing that Jack and his team do a really good job of, and this is the advice that I would probably give to beginners, would be your focus should be on adding value, right? Not on how are you gonna, sneak a sale in at the end, right? Mm-hmm. All of the focus when you're around running a challenge is just adding tons of value, right? The value's up front. Add it up front, and then you can close out at the end. And because Jack does this so much, but his trainings are just jam-packed with value, right? I mean, all of the ones that he's done, these people come away with, jaws on the floor with how much value he's added. And so that's the thing that makes people successful. It's adding value first. And the way that you can do that, if you're looking at your monthly action items, is what challenge can I run this month? What free training? And so a challenge can be, we've had people run a 7-day beginner yoga challenge, 7-day, headstand challenge, 7-day vegan challenge, 7-day meditation challenge. It's allowing people to dip their toe into your product or your service first. And then that way they want, the full thing. They want the full experience. Mm-hmm. So for action items, so for a 7-day challenge or, one of these monthly action items, so the action items that we would normally teach would be, you need to create a landing page, right? If you're playing long-term, I would say create a landing page, start growing your email list. So an action item might be sign up for Kajabi, right? So if you want a free trial, I think there's a link. If there's not a link, there's one somewhere with YBB, we'll get it. But you might want to create a landing page, write a welcome email, right? Figure out what your challenge is going to be about. Pick a date to start, right? Create your countdown images in Canva, right? Write your social media posts, and then plan the content. What challenge are you going to do? How are you going to email them day 1, day 2, day 3, right? Stuff. We walk people through it. It's not complicated once you've done it. We've done it a bunch. And then write your closeout emails. What's your pitch at the end? What are your 3 or 5 emails that you're going to do to sell your product or service, right? You can do all that work up front right now. And it's way easier, right, Jack? Because for someone, you and I have done these so many times, if you get behind, it can be really stressful, right? Because you end up in that urgent and important category, right? Where nobody really wants to be. And so for people who are trying to get started, it's like you can sit down for half a day or an hour a morning, and you can plan out and write all this stuff in advance, and then give it your best attempt, learn, recalibrate, and then do it again next month.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just want to add as well the importance of consistency, right? So I mean, the first time you just want to get it done. You just want to do your first challenge, kind of stumble your way through it and go for it. And really, regardless of the results, is bringing consistency. So, you know, evaluating how did it go, doing some K&I, what could you do even better next time, and then getting back on the horse and going again, because it's like that's what it takes. It's, if you think about even think about some famous people we know, like the Airbnb or Google and stuff, and it seems like these unicorn or Facebook, like they just blew up overnight, but there's years of hard work and developing themselves and trying stuff. And even you think like Justin Bieber, hometown Canadian boy, it's like, oh, he was just overnight, somebody found him on YouTube and his life changed. Yes, and there were years of he was out there busking on the street, learning how to play, learning how to engage with people. So it's like it's all the time we do up front that's really building the foundation to take off. And I guess that's the way I see it, because in the beginning, these challenges, the first time there's a lot of overthinking of like, oh, what's the right photo, what's the right call to action, and then the more time that you do it, it just gets easier and easier, and then it's like clockwork. You get it all scheduled out, and you don't even think about it.
Yeah, and just, I mean, you're gonna make mistakes, right? You and I both done it so many. It doesn't matter. You're gonna make mistakes, and so just being okay with not doing it perfect the first couple times, or even every time, is good, because it's more important to go forward and to do the countdowns and to build the email list, and then and to get momentum, right, for your business, because momentum is actually the most important thing. Momentum and direction. So for monthly results, right? Plan a challenge, plan a giveaway, plan something that you can do a countdown for, build up hype, give a bunch of value, and then close out at the end. And so,
and I just want to add, I mean, if anybody's listening to this right now and feeling still a little bit confused, or like, holy shit, I don't really know exactly what to do, click the link, whether it's going to show up after we're done going live here. Click the link, opt in, and then we walk you through how to do all of this stuff and teach it. So we're basically showing you it's possible right now and showing you a framework. And if it feels like something that could support you in taking your yoga business online, taking whatever business online, then click the link and we'll get more details.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's going to be over like drinking out of a fire hose, right? So you want to just get little bit by little bit. But so let's talk about annual results for today. So one of the biggest and most powerful things that we've learned as our businesses have grown is understanding these things called sales spikes or tent poles, right? So a sales spike is basically if you think of a year like a circle, right, or like a linear timeline. At certain times of the year, there's going to be these big sales spikes, right? Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's. Jack's even Canadian, but he gets a bunch of Black Friday sales. So the next step that you want to do is you want to look at your entire calendar year, and you want to be aware of when the big sales spikes for your business or your industry or your country are. And so right now, today, you can go write down a list. You can actually even Google it, because if you just Google, hey, when are the big sales days for my country? They'll give you 80% of them, right? And then you can just piece the rest of them together as you go. But so get a list of, in February, there's Valentine's Day. I want to do a Valentine's Day sale. Christmas, I want to do a Christmas sale. Black Friday, I want to do Black Friday sale. And then once you know what days and times are the sales spikes, then you can start plugging in your 7-day challenges and your monthly marketing components, right, to those sales spikes. So then Jack, for example, might be looking at doing a challenge, a 7-day challenge, and then closing it out during a sales spike, during Black Friday, right? And so he can align those peak sales with his peak offers and his peak closeouts, and that'll allow him to maximize his sales, maximize his growth. One of the things that we say a lot is that you can run the exact same sale, the exact same offer a week before Black Friday, and you'll hear crickets. You'll get nothing, right? And we've seen it a bunch. But if you run that same offer on Black Friday, you can hit 5 or 6 figures in a weekend with a couple emails, because for whatever reason, Black Friday, people sometimes just need an excuse to buy. And Black Friday is an excuse that people use to make purchases. And so, but as a business, you want to be aware of where the sales spikes and how can you take advantage of them. Jack, what, as a new, not you new, but for a new person watching this, right, what should they be thinking about with sales spikes? Because this is where it can definitely get overwhelming, right?
Yeah, totally. It's a great point. I would say even for us, because there's different levels. When I see what you guys at Sarah Beth Yoga do, like, it's clear every time, like whether it's Valentine's Day or Sarah's birthday or Black Friday, whatever it is, it's like there's an epic Instagram post and an email, and everything is set up. And we're not there yet. Like, there's lots of tent poles spikes that we miss out on. It's like, oh shit, we could have done that. So let's not beat ourselves up for not doing everything, right? It takes time. This is it's a new world for us and for a lot of us out there. So I would, here we are, February, I would look out the rest of the year and be like, what could be, start with like 3, what could be like 3 really important opportunities that we have, whether it's your birthday or Christmas or some national holiday or Black Friday, and plan for that. Because I don't want you listening to overcommit yourself and be like, we're going to do a 7-day challenge every single month for the whole year. Like, that's going to take some work, and maybe that's your path, but it's going to take some dedication. So really identify what are those key sales opportunities, and line these challenges up with that, and be prepared. Just like Leland said, because it doesn't feel good to be rushing, and it sucks to like, I have to write an email, I have to put up a post, and what do I say? We want to create that in advance. So I guess that would be my tip: is don't be attached to like, we got to do everything, or if we're not as consistent as Sarah Beth Yoga or hitting all the things, like, we're not comparing here. We just keep getting better, comparing to who we were yesterday, keep doing our best.
Yeah, I actually wasn't going to bring that up, but now that you bring it up, absolutely 100%. You do not want to compare to other people. They're playing a different game than you, right? You want to have your goals, and you want to work towards them, right? Because especially on the internet, and like Sarah's doing good, but like, we play that same comparison game, and it doesn't feel good, and there's no victory there for anybody, right? Because there are some people who don't have 2 kids and have other priorities, and maybe they're putting in more time, or maybe their business isn't, whatever it is, everybody's trying to play their own game. And so as you start building out your year, we talk a lot about motivation and inspiration. You really want your inspiration and your drive to be internal, right? You don't want your motivation as you're planning out your year to be thinking, this person has more subscribers than me, I want to pass them, right? And it's real. You want to set up the game in a way that's not that if you win it, because there's always going to be somebody that has bigger numbers than you, a bigger business. And so, all right, so let's jump down. So if you've been following along, you should have action items that allow you to make sales today. So optimize your social media profiles, join some fishing holes, some Facebook groups, follow some pages, YouTube channels, and then start adding value, right? And then, that's step 1. And then as you start adding value, you should be able to get those people into your membership or your offer once it's all dialed in. Today, I would plan a date for a monthly challenge, a free giveaway, a free webinar, something that you're doing as a training. Pick a date a couple weeks out, and then plan out everything. So plan out a 7-day countdown, create 7-day countdown images. If you're in it for the long haul, get a Kajabi, 30-day, 45-day free trial, and then try to make some money before that trial's up, right? You should be able to do it. Do a countdown, add value during the challenge, and then try to sell them something at the end, right? And so you can write out those emails. You can do all this stuff today. It's going to be really bad at first, but that's totally fine. And then grab a piece of paper and write down all your sales spikes. So when are the big times that people are going to spend money in your country, in just generally in your industry? And then how can you plan, a challenge, a free giveaway, events to maximize those opportunities for your business? And that actually should be a lot of homework for you, Jack. You've done all this stuff. Does this seem like it's, you're roll up your sleeves?
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great action item, great call to action that everybody has. And again, it's everything. If you just watch this replay again and you do the things that have been shared, you're gonna get fantastic results. And if you want us to, hold your hand, and we'll even send you all of the training content and the videos, click the link so we can send that to you and support you along the way. But this is it. You've basically laid out, Leland, what you've taught us over the past year and how we've been able to take our business from in-person retreats to now fully online. And now we're getting excited. Like, we're going to be doing retreats again soon. But the cool thing is this gets to keep happening. So now all of a sudden, you and I, we're going to be in Peru later this year, having an amazing time at Machu Picchu. And all of this stuff is happening while we're down there in Peru. But what we got to do first is follow these 3 steps: profit playbook, vision and goals, and then 90-day goals.
Yeah. Awesome. And so if you're following along, like Jack said, I know I've done this with tons of people, so I know that it's overwhelming. It's designed to be overwhelming, but it's also designed to light your brain up and think, I can totally do it, and have tons of possibilities. So Jack said it. We have the link for the free training. Jason and I walk you through the entire thing from part 1 all the way to part 3, so you can get some momentum. That would be what we would say your next step is. And so, there's a link below this video. If not, you can message me or Jack's team. We've all got access to it. And if you're serious about building your dream business, your dream yoga business, let's go this way, contact us, because we're really passionate about it. We want to get 1,000 people this year, full-time online yoga teachers, more yoga teachers helping more people do yoga. That's our mission for this year. So Jack, any closing parts for people as they think about getting started building their dream yoga business?
All I can say is what you want to do is click the link, because that's what we did. You and I synchronistically met at an event a couple of years ago, and I've just been following what you teach us to do. And this is almost like dialed in. Now you've had a couple of years to dial in your consulting and teaching, and you've put it together in these three practices. And we're here to share it for free. So click the link, and we're happy to share it. And let's keep rocking and rolling.
Awesome. You want to say namaste? You say namaste, but
better
than I do.
Yogis.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.